I'm a bit of a conniving little guy, so cheating in school comes natural to my character. I mean, what's on the downside of cheating? Oh, it's nothing. Oh my god, there's nothing. To put it in simple terms, my philosophy throughout school was that it was an obstacle between me and what I wanted to do. Cheating was a way of traversing that obstacle in the smoothest way possible. I've got tons of cheating moments to share, but I'll start with one from long ago to prove how truly about the cheater life I am. Back in the 5th grade, I was built a gamer. All I cared about was Halo Reach on the Xbox. So when my math class made me do a paper of homework every single night, I wasn't about it. It was seriously cutting into my time on the war grounds. I didn't want to do it, so I started to think of ways I could get out of it. After a few days of investigation, I found that my teacher wouldn't really check the homework. He would just kind of look at it and see if it's done or not. Coupled with the fact that we didn't have to turn the assignment in, we only had to show it to him, I had a masterful plan in the works. If I did just one assignment, I could change the header of the homework but keep the same work, never having to do another math assignment again. So I did it and I got away with it. For like 3 months, it was awesome and I got to play many extra hours of Halo. But that last one was an old tale. And over the years, my cheating powers have only grown. So here's one of my finest moments from a recent chemistry final. It was one of those tests where a guy watches you through your webcam the entire time. So I knew I was gonna have to be a little more clever to cheat through this one. I took my phone, placed it in my chair, and sat on it while getting out my allowed pencil and paper. Once I got on the call with this man, he made me show my entire bedroom to make sure I was alone. And so I did that. But he hits me with a question I was not prepared for in the slightest. Okay, now show me your phone and place it somewhere far away. Yeah, so I already put my phone in the other room, so I'm gonna go get it and I'll be right back. All of my roommates were gone at the time, so I couldn't use someone else's phone as a substitute. I walked into one of my roommates' bedrooms panicking and scouring for something I could use. I had to think fast since this guy was waiting on me, and in this high intensity scenario, I had one of the most satisfyingly clever moments of my life. I take my roommate's Nintendo Switch, remove the Joy-Cons off of the side so it's just a screen, which compared to a phone still looked pretty oversized and weird, but I thought it would do. I show it to the exam guy. Yeah, here's my phone. See, here it is. It's right here. It's my phone right here. And he buys it. But now I had to take the test with him watching me. So how did I cheat with my webcam on? The webcam view was like this, which meant that it couldn't see the desk under me. My phone would be down here under the view, and then I'd angle it up and I could take pictures of the quiz. Once I would take the photos of the questions, I'd upload them to chegg.com and wait for someone to give me the answer. Then I just repeated it until it was done, and I got a hundo on the final just like that. It was so easy. And while that's impressive, the last story was during an online final, and compared to an in-person one, it's a little lower stakes. So here's how I cheated on my math final in high school. I call this tactic the classic, and it relies on if you have a backpack with you at your desk or not. You gotta put that thing between your legs and with the top slightly unzipped, revealing a notebook. In my case, it had the formula shids I needed for the final. You scoot back far enough so that you can look down between your legs into the backpack and see the notebook when you look down. But to the teacher, it just looks like you're looking down at the test. It's an old reliable that has helped me many times. I ended up doing so well on that final, I got a cupcake. It was awesome. But sometimes what I'd be cheating on at school wasn't even my classes. During my senior year of high school, I cheated on the yearbook. Me and my boy Roman are devious little boys, and towards the end of school, we walked past a group of kids getting ready to take a yearbook photo, and I thought, I bet we could get into this one, bro. So we just walked into the crowd and made it into the National Honors Society, and I actually ended up putting it on my college application, which was also very awesome. There was another time where I cheated on a COVID test and lied to my college dorms, which sounds bad, but it's not actually. We needed a negative COVID test to move into the dorms, and I actually did this one the intended way, submitted it, and moved in. But when winter break came around, we needed another one to move back into the dorms. It made sense because everyone left for Christmas, except that I didn't. Over the break, I lived alone in my dorms, and I never saw a person walking around campus once. So I never left my dorm room, but I was still required to submit my results. So I tried to figure out where where to get tested, but I just couldn't figure it out. So I slapped my old test into Photoshop, changed the date, and submitted it, and they never questioned a thing. I've got a lot more cheating stories, but I don't want to put too much work into this video, so it's over now. Subscribe.